What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's time for another week of the roundups. We're gonna go with the SEC Week 9 roundup real quick. We'll go over the games, some topics, and just see what's the week can come for next week. Let's start this thing off with LSU and Texas A&M. Interesting matchup. The more interesting news that came out of this one, Brian Kelly finally got the axe. The LSU job is open. Let me see your thoughts on it real quick.
Yeah, so Brian Kelly fired $59 million buyout. You can tell it was coming because he lost the locker room, he lost the coaching staff, and when Death Valley is half full in the stands, you know there's a problem because they support Death Valley down there. So I think the fans not being there for the game and leaving early is what really gave him the axe because you had to at that point. He's underwhelmed 9 and I think he was 9-19 or 9-10 in SEC play, which is very underwhelming for the SEC. You cannot have a losing record in the SEC. Like that's one thing you cannot happen. He underwhelmed at at Notre Dame. Don't know how he got a job at LSU, but Marcus Freeman winning the going to the national championship last year did not help his case. Never take them to a national championship. So you come to LSU and your first words are, "I'm bringing a championship to LSU." You're following Les Miles, Ed Orgeron, Nick Saban. All those guys won national championship, and look at you, 39-14 overall record with no college playoffs berths. It's not good.
Yeah, we talked about his coach record on a previous video. Very underwhelming. Should have been done. Could have been done a couple weeks ago, if you ask me.
Last year.
Could have been, yeah. When you look at this LSU team, I mean, this season is over. They're 5-3 now. Probably a lot of guys probably going to start sitting out, preparing for draft. He did make the call to switch from Garrett Nussmeier to Michael Van Buren in the middle of the game, or close to the end of the game. Michael Van Buren and Van Buren, the Mississippi State transfer, has some starting experience, can play, can move. I have thoughts on that move. What are your thoughts on that move?
I mean, I think he did too late. Like you saw the offense against Ole Miss. This Ole Miss defense isn't nothing to rave about. You could have put up points on this Ole Miss defense, but your offense is so stagnant, it looks awful. And I saw they let go of Joe Sloan, the OC. It was too late too. You should let him go after a couple weeks ago because this offense was supposed to be dominant. You gave number 18 to Nussmeier. You're supposed to be putting up at least 30 points a game, but you can't get in the end zone.
Yeah, man. I looked at this and I was like, I kind of see them. I kind of agree with the move. He said the reason he did it because the offensive line was struggling with protection. Garrett Nussmeier was getting beat up. That's what he said.
So get somebody else beat up?
Technically, he was getting beat up this game against Texas A&M. Texas A&M did have a lot of sacks. I think they had like 7.
I think it was like 5 or 7, something like that.
6 players. So Garrett Nussmeier was getting hit. But I feel like this is a benching that should have happened. He has not been playing up to par. Garrett Nussmeier was 22 to 35, 168 yards and a touchdown. Not very good. Michael Van Buren came in, had 3 for 4, 50 yards, touchdown. 5 carries, 7 yards, no. But he can move. Nussmeier was a statue back there. It was time to make the switch. I agree with it. Now, with Brian Kelly being fired, I don't know if they stick with it. But I don't know. I guess, man. So who were you more disappointed in this year? Garrett Nussmeier or Brian Kelly?
Brian Kelly, because I didn't believe in Nussmeier anyway. Like we know what Nussmeier is. We saw him last year. Let me ask you this: Nussmeier had, let's see, what there was. I'm gonna say this: there is no LSU receiver out there that you say is a first round pick, and that's very strange to say. So if you're Nussmeier, you have to elevate your level of play because you don't have a Brian Thomas Jr. or Jamar Chase or Keyshawn Boots either. So you have to play well every single. You don't have anybody else to throw it to. So I am more disappointed in Brian Kelly in that he has not recruited well. Yeah, the defense is dominant, but how about your offense? The running game. the passing game. Like, who are your stars on the outside?
I agree with you, man. This team not very talented. They do have Aaron Anderson. I think he's a pretty solid receiver. He'll be playing on Sundays. Definitely not a first round guy. Probably not a day two guy. But he is a guy. So I will give him credit on that one. Maybe Brown sneaks into the draft somehow at wide receiver. But that's probably about it. I look at this LSU schedule. Don't get much easier coming up for these guys. Like I said, they took a tough loss to Texas A&M. They got Alabama next. They have a bye. Then they have Alabama, Arkansas at home, some small school. Then they got Oklahoma.
I mean, they might go bowling by default, but I think the AD. I mean, they get 6 wins, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. They got they couldn't get. They might end the year with 7.
So the AD said that we're not here for the Pop-Tart Bowl or the Reese's Bowl. We're here for the college football playoffs. And you hired the wrong man, like from the start. You introducing the football coach at a women's basketball game is not the look you want to have for your future coach of the LSU Tigers. You give him his own day. You don't bring him in on Kim Mulkey's day.
I don't know what the reason is behind that, so I won't speak on that. But that's enough for LSU. We're gonna be plenty to talk about their job. Let's talk about this Texas A&M team. Is Texas A&M the team to beat in the SEC?
I still think it's Alabama. This Alabama team is good, man, and this Texas A&M defense, they will give up some points. Luckily, Alabama's defense got the stops when they needed it because the Lenore Sully was running all over them the whole game, and I don't know why they went away from that if I'm South Carolina, but this Alabama team, they won the game when it mattered. The last two possessions were perfect drives.
We'll get to Alabama in a second. Could this Texas A&M team be the number 1 overall seed? Like, if they win the SEC, win out, definitely number 1 overall in the playoffs.
If not if Ohio State wins out. I feel like I think you have to give it to Ohio State if they win out. You have to.
Based on the victories alone that they would probably have a better resume than Ohio State, I would think. But you can make an argument that the teams the resume doesn't mean anything because the teams they beat should have been better as well. Like an LSU or but I can't think of anybody right now. Well, I know they got Missouri up next, followed by South Carolina, then Samford, then they end the year at Texas. So this to possibly running the table right here. Looking at this team,
the hardest game is Texas. So Texas could win maybe, but I'm not picking the Texas to win.
Yeah, I think Texas could win it too. They got a very surprising defense. Offense shows up on occasion. I think Texas A&M might be the team to beat in the SEC. I'm still buying that. I think this Alabama defense has little holes.
Yeah,
we talked about that before. Might as well talk about these guys now. Moving on to Alabama versus who was it?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. I told you guys before the game started that I was feeling a little type of way about Alabama playing South Carolina. It just didn't feel right to me. I did not pick South Carolina, but I told you Alabama having problems stopping the run. He showed his head this week. They also having trouble running the ball. Also showed his head this week. Jam Miller, 10 carries for 26 yards. They got to figure that out. I think South Carolina shot themselves in the foot with the fumble on the last possession by Lenore Sellers. That gave Alabama life. If it hadn't been for that, we could be looking about an Alabama loss. I think about all the players that Alabama got on the defensive line in this one. They got LT Overton, Keenan, and they still can't stop the run consistently. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's the linebacker play because the linebackers have not been good. You put Hubbard at the safety position, but I think he should be playing linebacker because he's kind of slow for a safety. Then you got Justin Jefferson, who's they're putting him as a coverage linebacker, so it's like he's not blitzing the quarterback and he's not staying close to the line of scrimmage. So I think the Kalen DeBoer has to figure this defense out. You gotta make some changes.
They were like somewhat better this week, but when it mattered the most, they didn't stop the run. Alabama currently ranks 75th in rush defense right now, allowing 149 yards per game. That's something to look at if they play the wrong team, like a Texas A&M. That man, Lord forbid, they had to play Michigan or somebody. Gonna run all through them. So
I will say this though, they did shut down Hardy against Missouri. So I think maybe they rather play the pass than the run. That's what I'm thinking, which is kind of bad to say because you're giving up run offense, but we know how coaches will just stick away from what's working just to prove that they can do something else.
So you already said you think this is the team to beat in the SEC, so you have no worries about Alabama moving forward.
I don't have any. Watching the last two possessions of this game against South Carolina kind of gave me, kind of reassured me that this Alabama's a team to beat.
Okay.
Because Ty Simpson is playing fantastic, and then he was using his legs last game too, which you didn't see more of.
Alabama does have a bye this coming week before they go to LSU to play. What do you think they need to address more during the bye week? Run game on offense or run game on defense?
Run game on defense because the LSU has a great running back. I can't think of his name right now, but if they actually give him the ball, he will have over 100 yards if they can't stop him.
Shout out to Harlem Berry, freshman running back for LSU. Also, they got Durham out there, coming in. He got injured.
He got hurt
early. He kind of been slowing down a little bit. But they can run the ball. If they get going, it could be for a long day for Alabama.
I'm gonna say this too. I know Delane got hurt. I don't know if he came back in the game though. But they have to find a way to get Ryan Williams the ball. Like he cannot be getting the ball in the fourth quarter.
He got to work harder to get open. I don't think he's running his routes as hard as he did last year, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Your thoughts on Lenore Sellers? Do you think he needs to leave South Carolina? Do you think a change of scenery would be nice? Or
oh yeah, because I think South Carolina's gonna fire their coach. He's underwhelmed as well. If I was Lenore Sellers, I'm a 6'4", 200-pound quarterback, can use his legs, have a nice arm. The portal. He can choose any school he wanted to.
So you think South Carolina fires Shane Beamer?
They should. He hasn't done anything. What?
He won USA Coach of the Year last year.
Didn't he have 7 wins?
Or 9-3.
No, gosh, no. You have Lenore Sellers at quarterback, who was a projected first-round pick. I know he's not. We don't think he's first-round pick talent, but that means something to people.
I don't think he should have never been ranked in the first round, in my opinion.
I don't either. But he did. He did play like one against Alabama. He played a lot better.
He looked really good.
So maybe
he had a good game. That fumble, hate it happened when it did because that's all people gonna remember. But
yeah,
he looked good.
I guess if they do keep Shane Beamer, get Lenore Sellers some weapons. I think Nico Harbor is going after this year. So
yeah, he has not panned out to me in my opinion. He has not been supposed to be at Harbor in my opinion. It just
he's had flashes, but he's not spectacular.
The way they talk about coming out of high school, he was an Olympic track athlete.
He's fast.
Nobody stay in front of him. He's gonna change the game. I ain't seen it yet.
Is he a tight end or receiver? He's so I don't know.
I think he should be a tight end. That's probably part of the problem.
I think it is because they're lining him up on the outside every time.
Yeah, he needs to be a tight end. That's just something to look at, especially moves to NFL. If he sticks with football, unless he goes back to track, takes track seriously moving forward. So just something to think about. Like I said, that game, man, South Carolina really let that one get out of the way. Alabama wins that one 29-22. Texas A&M beats LSU 49-25.
That 2-point conversion play was probably Alabama's best play of the year.
Definitely. Next biggest game on the weekend is probably Ole Miss at Oklahoma. Playoff eliminator, maybe? Oh no.
I think so.
Ole Miss got the victory, 34-26. Lane Kiffin trying to be a little cute early in the game, switching quarterbacks in the red zone, going to Austin Simmons, who hasn't played in weeks, to come in and throw 2 passes in the red zone. I mean, on the goal line, without even warming up. He's just sitting on the sideline. You tell him to put his helmet in and go for third down and second and third down. Like, what?
What did I say? If Lane Kiffin stopped being cute, they can win this game.
Just getting his own way. Luckily, he learned from that. You didn't see Austin Simmons no more, but not saying Austin can't play, but he shouldn't have been put in that position when he ain't played in over a month.
Right.
So, yeah, that was crazy to me.
Unless he was running the ball. Unless he was going to run the ball, but you had this man passing it. That's crazy.
But Trinidad Chambers, man, another Trinidad Chambers type game. Wish this man had more eligibility, man. 24 for 44, 315 yards in the touchdown, 12 carries for 53 yards. He showed up. This was the number 1 defense in the nation, y'all. He really held it down out there. Oklahoma looked lost a lot of ways in this game. I don't really know what else to say. They went out and said that how they going to score on us. They can't score on us. Lane Kiffin and the guy for Oklahoma going back and forth on the defense, talking about they can't score on us. Well, they hung up 30-plus on y'all.
They dominated them. Like Lane Kiffin is known for blowing leads and falling apart, but I think this year he's trying to prove something. Like, he's been at Ole Miss for 4 years now, 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
And
statement win for Lane Kiffin.
This might be his best team.
I think so too. I really do think so. They had Jackson Dart that year. So.
He's had good teams before, but this might be his deepest team. Like, and then after the game, he brought up how Brent Venable, is that the coach's name for Oklahoma?
Mm-hmm.
He brought up about how Venable said he has a better team than him. So Lane Kiffin was like, "Did you have a better team in the championship in 2014 when you beat y'all 55-12 or something like that? Did you have a better team at Clemson?" Lane Kiffin knows this guy and he keep receipts. So this is an ongoing feud.
But Lane, not a guy to let stuff slide, man. He got a little sauce in him.
That's what you need. That's what you need, though, especially at Ole Miss.
I think this is a big statement win for Ole Miss. Kind of solidifying their case to be a playoff team. It's their time, so we're trying to see what team's going to be in the playoffs. I think Ole Miss is probably one of those teams that should get a bid, no matter what happens the rest of the way, unless they just lose out every game.
Yeah,
they should get a bid,
especially after beating Georgia.
Yeah, Lane was supposedly offered a 6-year, $81 million deal. Do you think Ole Miss counters?
Oh yeah, Ole Miss is locking Lane up. Well, with the LSU job coming open,
The best thing, LSU job is open now. What do they offer?
I think they said their favorite is Dan Lanning right now, so we'll see.
I heard that too, but I was kind of surprised to hear that. I thought the favorite would have been Lane Kiffin, in my opinion. But I think Lane fits better at LSU than he does in Florida. We've seen what Lane to Florida looks like. So.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they should go to Dan Lanning either, because have Dan Lanning win any big games?
Dan Lanning built a team, so.
I mean.
He's never done that. That team was built when he got there.
I mean, you had Justin Herbert, Dylan Gabriel. I mean, you just calling the plays. So LSU, that's a different monster, but we'll talk about that later.
Where do you think Trinidad Chambers ranks among SEC quarterbacks now after this performance? You had him pretty low last time.
Well, I had him low because what was that, 2-3 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm. But he wasn't in your top 5.
Well, now he's in my top 5. I'm taking out the dude from Missouri got hurt. Glenn Stockton hasn't played in like a week, and he didn't look great last time he played. So I guess he's top 5 now. Maybe top 3. Maybe. Ty Simpson, Marcel Reed. Yep. Yeah. Trinidad Chambers.
So Ty Simpson number 1?
Yeah, after last week, yeah.
Okay, so Ty Simpson, your new number 1. Marcel Reed's 2.
Only because Ty Simpson, he showed up in the clutch. And I haven't seen Marcel Reed show up in the clutch yet because they always blowing people out.
Okay. So Reed is 2 on you. That's right. 3rd is Chambers.
Yep.
Where's Diego Pablo?
I guess 4 by default, because nobody else has wowed me.
Okay, what about the quarterback in this game, John Mateer?
You're hot. You're way higher on material than I am.
I mean, Mateer was
Especially
eating it
with
up, man. Before that injury,
that's what
he
I'm
was
saying.
legit.
After the end,
Got
if he didn't get hurt, he'll probably be in my top 5. But no, he still look like he's still not recovered from the hand surgery.
Yeah, I'm gonna put out there, man. I'm gonna say this Dr. Shin guy ruined John Mateer. This man's not been the same since he came back.
Maybe Oklahoma ruined John Mateer and forcing this man to play.
The doctor said he'd be ready for the river shootout, so that's what he played.
And look how he looked. And how he look.
I think they should look into what happened there. I'm gonna say now, no playoff for the Sooners.
Nope. Especially not losing. You can't lose to Texas and Ole Miss.
Then they got coming up. They got at Tennessee, at Alabama, then home against Missouri and LSU.
That's 3 losses. That's 2, maybe 3 losses.
I would say at best they go 2-2. Does Mateer go pro when he come back?
You gotta come back.
I think he got to come back. After his injury, he got to come back now. I think he could still go pro, but it won't be a first round guy now. They really hurt his stock right there. I think he has to come back, rebuild himself a little bit. I can see him falling now. It's just my opinion on that. But who knows? These guys do crazy things. I think if it does decide to go pro, he probably need to shut it down, cover, get ready for the draft. The season's over with, in my opinion, for Oklahoma. Sorry. One last game to touch on real quick. Missouri at Vanderbilt. Pretty good game, man. Defensive battle, 17-10. Vanderbilt with the victory. Bo Cabela ended up getting hurt in this one.
I think he broke his leg or something.
Yeah, broke his ankle. Season's over. He was 9 for 14 for 68 yards, 4 carries, 10 yards before he went out with the injury. Ahmad Hardy, 20 carries, 97 yards. Kevin Coleman Jr. had a solid game. He was 7 catches for 109 yards.
I like him. I like Coleman Jr.
Yeah. He draft stocking up after this one, y'all. He also had 2 carries for 44 yards. The freshman, Matt Zollers, is that how you say it? Zollers? I don't know. But 14 for 23, 134, 138 in the touchdown. So I was impressed with him. Your thoughts on Missouri post-Bo?
Well, I said Missouri would have won if Bo didn't get hurt, and I still believe that because Vanderbilt did not look great, but they did step up when it was time to step up. Diego took over, which you need to see because after that loss to Alabama, it's like you're kind of questioning if he has that factor to take over a game, which he did. So congratulations to him because I wasn't high on him, but I'm a little higher now because he showed up in the clutch moments. That matters to me, but I think this Vandy team is not playoff bound. I hate to say it because there's other conferences that have just better teams, but we'll see though.
Yeah, this Vanderbilt team moved up to number 9,
which is crazy.
Miami was 9th, and they won 42-7. They dropped to 10, and Vandy won 17-10 against Missouri,
who lost their starting quarterback. Yeah.
And they moved up. So I'm kind of SEC bias, positioning these guys to make sure they could get in. So I think Vandy's in. I think they kind of want Vandy in there, and I think that's kind of a lot of what that had to do with it. Do you think this Vanderbilt team is like the 3rd best team in the SEC?
So we got Alabama, Texas A&M, and no, no. Ole Miss is the 3rd best team. You can make a case for Ole Miss being the 2nd best team.
You could. I wouldn't push back on it.
I mean, the top 3 is just so interchangeable.
Mm-hmm. This is it. So does the SEC get 3 or 4 teams in?
I hate to say 4. But if we're watching college football with 4 SEC teams, somebody's got to get fired. You cannot have 4 SEC teams. And then the Big 12 gets 2, you got to have at least 3 or 4 from the Big 12.
It's been a crazy year for the Big 12. I don't think they're going to give them that kind of credit, though.
They won't.
If it's only 1 team for the Big 12, man.
You think it's only 1?
I think they find a way to leave it to 1.
I say 2, but that's just me though. You have to put we'll talk about that next video.
Yeah, we'll get to that. we'll table the discussion on teams from the SEC. We'll save for another video. Clark Lee, man, head coach of Vandy alum. Do you think Vandy he sticks with Vandy? They lock him up, or you think he pursues another job? Like, would he consider an LSU job?
I mean, if they go after him, I think he would consider it, but I think he stays at Vandy though. Because you got to think about it, you got everything you want at Vandy right now, like unlimited budget. You know, Vandy's a private college. They get more than what other schools in the SEC get. So I think you got to stay there and ride it out.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I would be kind of nervous if I was him about life post Pavia, but figured it out. I mean,
he figured
probably
out.
safe as going.
Let's say he figured out Pavia, so maybe he can see. Maybe he knows quarterbacks because I think this dude from North Texas is going to enter the transfer portal.
I would not be surprised. That could happen. Money will be out there. I mean, he's a freshman too. He got a lot of eligibility.
This is where Brian Kelly messed up. You can find you a quarterback. Chambliss. Like, you can find you a quarterback out there.
Never put all your eggs in one basket.
And he did. And all the eggs broke.
Before we close out with Vandy, Diego Pavia, not his best game. Do you think he still gets an invite to New York for the Heisman finalists?
Yes, because he's a quarterback.
Assuming they do 4 guys.
Yeah.
So you think he's...
Yeah, because he's a quarterback. But you can make the case that there should be only one quarterback, maybe 2.
Interesting. I mean, now I kind of want to know who.
And you can make a case that it could be Ty Simpson and Marcel Reed, the only 2 quarterbacks that should be in the Heisman conversation. Well, 3 because Hayes King. 3 Hayes King.
I was about to say, no Hayes King? Wow.
But they're not going to give it to him because he plays at Georgia Tech. So, I mean, that's...
Mon Hardin, Missouri, the offense is all he is now. Look, he's slowing down, though.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of hits.
Does this offense change with Matt Zollers, or
I think
they kind of...
I think it's still the same.
Well, I know their head coach, Eli Drakowitz, do you think he looks for a bigger job? I think he stays in Missouri.
I think he gets a bigger job. Because put this guy in Florida. He built Missouri. He got Brady Cook.
Yeah.
Put him in Florida.
He can do some real damage if you went to Florida, in my opinion. Vanderbilt, like we was talking about, let's just finish up on their schedule real quick. This is the last question. Vanderbilt has Texas, Alabama, Kentucky, and Tennessee. Let me say it again: Texas, Auburn, Kentucky, and then on the road, Tennessee. What do you think about those last 4 games? Any hiccups with Vanderbilt?
I think they lose to Texas if Arch plays. I think if Auburn has a quarterback, they could lose to Auburn, but I don't think Auburn has a quarterback right now because apparently Deuce Knight's not gonna play for some odd reason. Like you have a freshman who's way talented than who was it? I can't think of the guy's name who got in last week. Rashford?
Not Ashford. I know what you're talking about. He was a transfer from Stanford. He used to be Stanford quarterback. I can't think of his name right now, but yeah, I think Deuce Knight's hit the portal. I think it's been pretty much determined early in the year. I remember a couple weeks ago hearing about he removed Auburn from all his social media stuff. He's sitting out the rest of the year. I think he's gone. So I think he's just saving his eligibility, make sure he don't waste his eligibility for no reason. So Auburn is going to be in need of a quarterback next year. So it's just
again.
You brought up Texas as a team to watch. They had a crazy game with Mississippi State. Oh, sorry. They came back and won, though, in overtime, 45-38. Your thoughts on Texas' victory over Mississippi State?
This has nothing to do with Texas. This has everything to do with Mississippi State being Mississippi State. Fireable offense. You're up by 17 at home in the 4th quarter. Just kick some field goals, man. Like, you give up a punt return to 2 touch. Like, I don't understand. Like, how'd you give up a punt return? It was like 79 yards.
Texas, man, 24 points in the 4th quarter to force it overtime. That was wild. And then in the overtime, Arch hits a 13-yard run, and his head, like, bounces off the field pretty hard. He looked out of it. They say he has concussion. We'll see if he plays this coming week.
I don't think he plays.
Huh?
I don't think he plays.
So,
He's got to play though, because if they lose, I don't think they make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, they didn't win. They got to win every game. They got to win out. There's no way they get in with another loss, in my opinion. And they got a pretty interesting game this coming week. We'll talk about it in a second. According to ESPN research, Texas became the first team in the SEC to rally from behind the 17-point deficit on the road since South Carolina in 2013 when they beat Ole Miss 27-24.
I remember watching that game.
I thought that was pretty interesting. I was like, wow, that was a long time ago. Arch Manning probably had his best game of the season, too.
4 touchdowns.
So I really hate it. Yeah. 29-43, 346. 4 touchdowns. 1 was a rush. He did throw the pick, but it was a pretty solid game. Blake Sharpen had a pretty good game, too.
I like Blake Sharpen. I like him a lot. They just got to protect him.
Yeah, he had 381 yards and 4 touchdowns as well, so. Last of the shootout, man. Mississippi State couldn't get it done in the end. Steve Sarkisian, did he be giving up play calling duties?
I mean,
did he be
he's not. I don't say no because he obviously knows what he's doing. The talent's just not there this year. Like it's not there. The talent's not there. Unless Quinn Ewers is that damn good, but the talent's not there.
Yeah, it's like it kind of makes you think they probably should have ran. I mean, they probably shouldn't have ran Quinn Ewers out of town. No offense, Arch, but just.
He was up though. Right? He had no more eligibility.
I thought he had another year.
I don't think so because he was there for what?
Because he was going to hit. He was trying to debate between the transfer portal and NFL.
Okay. Well, I think he did. I think he did right because I think Ewers ended up starting at the end of the year. So.
Steve Sarkisian reportedly looking for jobs in the NFL. He brought up the Titans. You think this guy should be?
No.
I don't think so either. I think after this year, I don't think he's a hot coaching candidate name. I think he needs to ride things out of Texas because I don't think he's up to stock in my opinion, based on how this year went.
I don't think he can run it. He can't. I don't think he can run a team. Like I can't see him leading an NFL team.
I think I agree with you on that. What do you think Texas has to do to improve for next year?
To find some receivers. That's you gotta find some receivers.
They got Parker Livingstone, Ryan Wingo. They got guys that just ain't showing up.
Look, Texas in the transfer portal, there's gonna be a lot of receivers. Grab a couple of them.
I agree. There should definitely be some guys. You think it's time for a change in Starkville?
This the second year? Nah.
Will Mississippi State be better in another conference? Like, if they were out of the SEC, say they were in the Big 12.
No.
What do you think they?
No, they are not. They're not beating the Big 12 teams. I think just Mississippi State has. They're in a weird spot because they're in Mississippi, so you're competing with Ole Miss, who has Lane Kiffin as a coach. Like, I get you're loyal to this guy who just he got this is second. He was thrown in there because Mike Leach had passed away, so I guess you're trying to give him a chance. But you have to compete with Lane Kiffin, and then these Mississippi guys are going to Auburn, Georgia, and now they're going to Vandy. Like,
yeah,
you got to find a way to recruit. And then you're in West Point. You're in Starkville. You have West Point, Columbus, Tupelo, and Starkville. Those are like the top 4 teams in the state right now. You have to be able to pull from those teams.
They got a recruiting problem, especially at home, in my opinion. I don't know what Mississippi State does to fix that. I feel like they should have the NIL that Ole Miss have, because teams are serious about their football in this area. So I would think they'd be willing to donate to Mississippi State. I don't know what they're doing, but they need to figure that out. Let's wrap this thing up. Let's talk about Alabama just a little bit more. I want to bring up their schedule. Alabama is also on a bye this coming week. Then they they are home against LSU, home against Oklahoma, home against Eastern Illinois, and on the road at Auburn. Alabama winning out.
Yeah. Dominantly.
I think so.
Dominantly.
I think so, too. I think Alabama's probably in the best position of anybody right now. Just thoughts.
Well, if
How
they
that
lose
team
to
look.
if they lose to Eastern Illinois, then no, but they should not lose.
I think a loss to Eastern Illinois still puts Alabama in there.
I don't know. You
All
got
right,
that
let's
loss
talk.
to Ole Miss. Ole Miss lost to Georgia. So I mean, you gotta. They're better off.
How did
They're better off winning out.
how did this Alabama team lose to Florida State? I can't get over that yet.
First
I can't
game,
figure it
dude.
out.
First game. Like Caleb DeBoer
Wow.
heard them firing chants. He said, "Let me step up."
He did. Week 10 matchup in the SEC, y'all. Sorry for the long video. We got 6 games this week because you got 4 teams on the bye. Texas A&M, Alabama, Missouri, LSU, all off this week. The big matchup this week is going to be Vanderbilt on the road at Texas. Vanderbilt now ranked number 9. Texas ranked 20th. Vandy 7-1. Texas 6-2 in a must-win mode. This Arch Manning play. Arch Manning versus Diego Pavia. QB watch party.
If he plays,
Yeah. You got Georgia on the road at Florida. Georgia 6-1. Florida 3-4. Upset. Somebody smell an upset there? I don't know. It's a crazy rivalry, man. Y'all might want to look into it. South Carolina on the road at Ole Miss. Ole Miss number 7 now at 7-1. Hopefully it's not a trap game. South Carolina coming off a tough loss. Ole Miss, are they still focused? I still feel like there could be a hiccup on the way. Next big game up, you got Oklahoma at Tennessee. Both teams 6-2. Both teams ranked in the top 20. That's something you might want to look at. Then you got a Kentucky-Auburn game, and you got Mississippi State at Arkansas. What are you going to be watching the SEC this coming week?
Probably if Arch plays that game with against Diego Pavia, but I doubt he plays. But that Tennessee game or that Georgia Florida game, it's gonna be good. Can Gunnar Stockton beat a elite defense? That's the question.
I think Georgia on the road in this matchup is interesting. That's probably something people need to pay attention to. It might be a neutral site game, but still. But this is a matchup that I'm a little worried about Georgia on. They haven't looked the greatest. We'll see what Florida. We'll see what Florida looks like post Napier. So, I think the Florida team got a little fight in them. So, watch out, Bulldog fans. Y'all let me know what y'all think on that. So, well, that is gonna be it. Ty, you got any closing remarks?
Alabama might be the best team in the country. Like, we might be looking at Ohio State versus Alabama in the national championship.
Hell of a game. Hell of a game. I don't think I want to see that matchup, but it's a hell of a game.
We know who you want to see.
Ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just, just don't think I want to see that matchup. Y'all let us know what you want to think on this SEC week coming up. What's the game y'all been watching? Is it Vanderbilt, Texas? Should Georgia be on upset alert? Oklahoma, Tennessee, they're going to be an interesting matchup. Will Auburn finally get it? Well, they got it done against Arkansas. Can they get another one? Can Auburn get another win, y'all? They got Kentucky. This is the one. They can win back.
If Kentucky beats Auburn, Hugh Freeze is gone.
I think Hugh Freeze is gone either way.
Well, he speeds up his process.
Yeah. What was I? Oh yeah, South Carolina. Can they find a way to bounce back and catch Ole Miss off guard? We shall see. Y'all let us know in the comment section which game y'all looking for. How many teams in the SEC gets in the playoffs? Who's the best quarterback in the conference? Does Arch Manning play? How many more SEC coaches should get fired? Tell me how the Kentucky job should be open. Tell me how the Arkansas job should be open. Well, Arkansas job is open, but Did Shane Beerman get fired from South Carolina? That's what I really want to know. I don't think so. I wouldn't be surprised. It was a tough year, but like I said, he did win Coach of the Year in 2024 by USA Today standards. So let us know what you think in the comment section. We out.